Okay, let's get into this. Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take the material you send us and really try to unpack it. Find what's key, what's surprising, and hopefully what's useful for you.
hmm
So today we're looking at this one source you shared, and honestly, it kicks off with a premise that's, well, it's pretty intense.
It really is. Yeah, this source grabs the whole idea of a comfort zone, something we all kind of know, and just completely flips it on its head.
Flips it how?
Well, it's not presented as this nice, safe little bubble. No.
Mm.
Right off the bat, it calls it a coffin.
Wow. Okay, a coffin. That's quite an image.
Definitely jarring.
So our mission here, I guess, is to figure out why. Why use such, stark language? Why paint comfort, which, let's be honest, most of us want as the absolute enemy of growth, of potential.
Exactly. And it doesn't really sugarcoat it. This perspective calls the comfort zone something like a slow, silent death chamber for your dreams.
A death chamber.
Yeah, for dreams, potential,
Yeah.
ambition. The whole argument is that just staying comfortable is actually bad for you, actively harmful.
So it's basically saying that every day you kind of stick to the known, the easy routine, the same people maybe. You're essentially burying a version of yourself, the one
Yeah.
you could be.
That's the core idea. Comfort is framed as the opposite of growth. It kills drive, progress, anything, significant happening.
But it also acknowledges that we like comfort, right? That's the default for most people.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely gets that. We like routines, predictability, but the source insists that feeling, that sense of safety. It's a trap. Uses the analogy of quicksand.
Quicksand.
The longer you're in it, the tougher it is to get out. And here's a twist I found really striking. It argues this coffin actually looks like freedom.
It looks like free. Okay, wait. That seems contradictory. How can it feel like freedom if it's supposedly, killing your potential?
Well, the suggestion is it feels free because it's easy.
Right.
There's no risk involved, no real struggle, no chance of failing publicly.
Ah, okay. So it's the freedom from challenge, predictable control.
Exactly. But that control, that's just the lid on the coffin, according to this view. It actually poses a question directly to you, the listener. When did you last do something that genuinely scared you? Or, pushed yourself physically until you really felt it? Risked, falling flat on your face just to see what else you might be capable of?
And it links that lack of challenge directly to decline, doesn't it? Like examples.
Yeah, it does. It uses examples like the fitness person who stops pushing themselves sees their strength just fade away. Or the entrepreneur who gets comfortable, they stop innovating.
So the challenge stops, decay starts. That's the message.
Pretty much. It even brings in this idea, quoting Andrew Tate, that winners live in chaos. Now, regardless of where that quote comes from, the point the source is making is this sharp contrast. Comfort equals decline, while constant challenge is where the winners are.
Right. And just to be clear, we're just exploring the viewpoint presented in the source material here.
Absolutely. Just unpacking the perspective provided to us. The core contrast it draws is comfort leads down, challenge leads up.
Okay, so if comfort is this, deceptive trap,
Yeah.
this coffin, how does the source say you get out? What's the escape hatch?
It's not about finding a nicer comfort zone, that's for sure. The method it lays out is pretty blunt. Deliberately seek out discomfort. On purpose.
Seek it out actively.
Yeah. Put yourself in challenging situations intentionally.
Okay, like what specifically? Does it give concrete examples?
It does. Things like forcing yourself to wake up earlier than you want to, doing the workout you're dreading, making that phone call maybe to a client, that feels really daunting.
So practical, everyday actions that feel hard.
Exactly. Or walking into a situation where you feel, judged or doubted. It's about voluntarily stepping into scenarios that feel difficult or a bit scary.
The source really pushes this, right? Saying you need to push your mind and body into places where pain lives. That sounds extreme.
It's definitely intense language. But the claim is that's where the real growth is found. The core message is pretty stark. If you aren't challenging yourself, you simply aren't changing.
And if you're not changing,
Then in this view, you're essentially dying inside.
wow. Okay, so pulling back a bit, let's summarize what we've dug into from this source. It's provocative stuff.
Definitely. It frames comfort not as safety, but as this coffin that literally smothers your potential and drive.
And suggests it feels like freedom, but it's really a trap leading to decline. A sharp contrast with a state of constant challenge, which it holds up as the path to growth and success.
Right. And the way out, the escape route it offers.
Is to deliberately embrace discomfort through actions, mental, physical, social, that push you. actively looking for those moments of struggle.
Yeah. It takes something we usually see as purely positive, being comfortable, and just flips the script completely. Makes you question it.
It certainly does. It forces you to look at your own routines, your own choices, and ask some pretty uncomfortable questions. So, based on everything this source puts forward, let's leave you with its final challenge posed directly. Are you living or are you just existing in your coffin?